Good morning, Joy. How you doing, Joy? You look lovely today.
Yeah.
That is a nice dress. Really nice.
It's new.
I don't get it.
Skip.
I have never seen anyone let the internet define him the way this.
No.
You have let the internet turn you into Uncle Shannon.
No.
Do you realize that? You're not Uncle Shannon, but now you play Uncle Shannon on TV.
Don't we gotta say, you told me Monday I had nothing to celebrate.
Yeah.
Do I not have something to celebrate
You
today?
do.
Today you have something to celebrate. Yeah. Monday was fraudulent because you picked the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. But
Joe, I even bought you some.
today you can celebrate. Oh yeah, I got some gummies. What do we got here?
Them old chill.
Oh.
By the way, LeBron's team is now 7-13 in his last 20 games. So let's have a party.
How about
let's party.
Skip.
How about it?
Skip. Now you can be paralyzed by two thieves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regret of the past or fear of the future. Let's talk about what just happened right now.
Okay.
Yo, look at this.
What you got?
Special
Tennessee
occasion.
Black.
Me and Skip go get on this thing after the show.
You know, I figured you on that thing last night, and you wouldn't show up today. That's
Skip,
what I thought.
Skip, I was, Skip.
Yeah.
So I was
You
tired of
actually,
giraffe
you actually seemed pretty sharp, given how much you intook last night, ingested, right?
Skip.
Oh. Woof.
On your vacation, Skip, when you driving
I
down?
wouldn't know anything about any of that.
Just
make sure when you go to the, when you head up to New York, you don't put this in your bag.
Yeah. I got
This is California.
I got to take this stuff out my bag.
Let's start with LeBron. It was quite a night for the King as the Cavs beat the Timberwolves. He tied the game with under 30 seconds left in overtime with this layup. Then he blocked Jimmy Butler's shot with under 10 seconds left to keep the game tied. And finally, he hit the jump shot at the buzzer for the win. LeBron finished the night with 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 15 assists. Here he is after the win.
Coach Lou drew up a good play. Obviously, in the past that would be Kevin Love making that entry pass, but Jeff being, as strong as he is and pretty good accurate passer, especially at a baseball pass. Lou drew up something great. They couldn't take a body off Kyle, and I was able to get a good rip screen and just trying to sit down. Not allow Jimmy to get around me. And once I caught it, just trusted. Trusted everything I've done in my career, and that's just the work ethic I put into it, and I was able to knock it down. I was thinking about I don't want to do another overtime. That's what I was thinking. I'm 33 years old, and I did not want to do another overtime. So, it was a heck of a pass, heck of a play call by T. Lou, and I was able to benefit from both.
So, Unc, how would you rate LeBron's performance?
Yes, Unc. How would you? Yes.
Skip.
Yeah.
It was magic.
It was magic. It was transcendental.
Oh! The only difference, it didn't happen in the finals because he did everything Michael Jordan did in Game 6 in the flu game. You know it, Skip Bayless.
He didn't have the flu?
What?
Are you saying LeBron had the flu and we didn't know about it?
Yeah.
Did he call you last night and say, tell him I had the flu?
His performance is an A. A+. It's a scale of 1 to 10, you give him a 14. Okay. Because, Skip, he answered every question. Jimmy Butler made a layup. He came back, made a layup. Karl Anthony Towns hit a big three you thought was a dagger three. LeBron said, I'm not going to let you go and hide.
That was a big-time shot.
And then at the end of the game, Jimmy Butler got the switch on Jetty. Now, you know how LeBron is, Skip. He likes all the rookies. He gets along with most of the players. He invited Jimmy Butler to his party. And the only thing he asked Jimmy show up with a bottle of hen. Jimmy tried to sneak in with apple juice. LeBron said, get that stuff out of here.
Is that what he
That's what he said. Get it out of here. JR, get the ball. Now, I would have.
That was some weak you-know-what.
Right? Here's the thing, though, Skip. Now, LeBron, what a normal guy would have done, JR gets the rebound. He'd have called timeout. We'd advance the ball to the front court. But LeBron had told JR before that in the huddle, now, they're going to get the switch. They're going to try to get on Jetty. I'm going to be on the weak side. I'm going to come. I'm going to block the shot. Now, when you get the rebound, don't call timeout because I want the flair for the dramatic.
I don't think LeBron went into quite that detail.
Skip,
But go ahead.
I'll
give it to you. I'll give it to you just for today.
Block the shot.
Yeah.
JR didn't, dribble the ball, didn't call timeout. 1 second of the clock.
A little shaky, but go ahead.
1 second on the clock. That's all we need.
Okay. Skip,
I've dug. My researchers have dug. We've never seen a stat line like this. 37, 15, 10 on 70+% shooting. We haven't seen a stat line like that. I went back 35 years. My Steve Owens, not the one with the Heisman Trophy, he went back 35 years.
No, you won a Heisman Trophy. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, we be blocking you. He still reminded you. You heard what you said yesterday, Skip.
Yep.
Oh, he's not the best player right now. Yes, he is. Chris Broussard, you're going to be out here. He's still the best player. And he lets you know he can rise up at any time and give it to anybody, anywhere, on any given moment. What do you say? What more would you ask for the guy? What more could you ask from him, Skip? I need you to answer everything they put out.
I got one.
Tell
me when it's my turn.
No, it's not your turn just yet.
Okay.
I will. I'm going to give you ample enough time in overtime. They had 11 points in overtime, Skip. He scored 9 of them.
He did.
And I know that you're going to go to the fourth quarter, Joey. Skip going to say, oh, but he only had 3 points in the fourth quarter. But he had 6 assists. See, LeBron James is so great, he doesn't need to just score. LeBron James is so great, he don't need to just rebound or assist the ball. He can do it all.
Yep.
And then when it comes down to it, you know, Jimmy, next time you're invited and you show up with a bottle of, you know what, come and don't try to sneak apple juice in our party because we will throw it away. Still. That man, LeBron James, he did. You know what? I ain't going to, Joy, you and I both know we were talking about the Quincy. I ain't about the Quincy Jones on LeBron. But Savannah, he was at the Q, he had a date last night. Old Miss Triple Dub. Because he on the job, don't nobody suspect anything until after the game, and you look down like, he got a number again? Oh, LeBron James! Oh! Skip, is he special? Here's your turn.
Well, he used to be. But...
What you mean used to? Where'd he go? He ain't going nowhere.
Tell me when
it's your turn.
Thank you.
Take your time.
Thank you, Joy. Does that mean it's my turn?
Yes.
That means nobody can interrupt what I'm about to say?
I ain't got nothing. How can I interrupt with 37, 15, and 10 on 72% shooting? I ain't got nothing to say.
So, clearly, LeBron James owed his team that game last night because he has not been there for his team for a long, long time. And after a rocky finish to regulation, and I'll get to that in just a moment, he paid his team back with what I thought was the greatest overtime, at least of his, we could look at some of the playoffs, but certainly regular season, it was his greatest overtime of his career. I'm going to give you that because you can't do better than 4 for 4 with the way he did the 4. All 4 were big-time shots at big-time moments.
Correct.
And he did have a block that I will get to in just a moment also. But let's keep this in perspective because we're not going to get any from that side of the table. Going into this game last night, LeBron was in the midst of, by far, the worst stretch and slump of his career. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page here.
Yes.
Because over the last 19 games, and obviously they had gone 6-13 over those 19 games, LeBron has been shockingly, inexplicably awful to the point that we used the Dave McMenamin quote from ESPN.com, quoting a scout who was at the previous game the night before at Orlando, where they blew another big lead and just came apart in the fourth quarter. And LeBron just disappeared down the stretch in the fourth quarter just the night before at Orlando. And the scout said he has lost a step. He can't blow by anyone anymore. And I'm going to point out, I defended him on that because I said, hey, that's not true.
Not true.
Maybe he doesn't have the energy on defense anymore.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't utilize the quickness and explosion we used to see on the defensive end. But on the offensive end, when he wants to get to the rack, man, he just gets to the rack.
Going to the hoop.
Yeah, and I don't see any drop-off there. But I do see drop-off in impact because over the last 19 games, plus minus, which means for those who don't get it, the minute you're on the floor, what's the score of the game? What's the point differential in the game? LeBron was a minus 147 over the last 19 games. That's a lot of games since Christmas.
Correct.
That was dead last of the entire NBA. Sorry, last of the whole NBA of 518 players. That's just shockingly bad. And by the way, in late and close situations through the last 19 games, LeBron is 1 for 8 over that stretch, which if you look at the 31 players who have taken 8 or more shots in that stretch, he's tied for last, 1 for 8 shots. So he's left some games on the table late in games. And that's why I say, remember the Indiana game? They got the switch, little 6-foot Darren Collison's on him in the corner, and he blows by him, and he steps on the in line. And it's like, LeBron, you got to save your team. Indiana isn't that good. Now, Indiana had beaten them every time. Okay, so now back to last night. So we get to the end of regulation last night, and I am screaming for LeBron with the game tied. Just go to the hole. They can't keep you from the hole, but you've got to have the guts to just make one free throw. Just one, because if you get fouled, you get 2 chances to make one, and the game's going to be over. And to LeBron's point, he's 33 years of age now. He doesn't want no overtime, and he doesn't want 2, but he didn't want 1 either. And he could have ended it right there. And it drives me nuts because if you look at his free throws, in those late and close situations where it's tied or you're behind or you can go ahead.
Tied to put the team
in the last few seconds, the last 5 seconds, he's for his career 8 of 14, which is 57%, which since his rookie season is last in the NBA of people who've taken at least 5 free throws in that circumstance, that late situation circumstance. And of those 14 attempts, only 1 has come in a playoff game. So it just got to the point where LeBron said, that's not my forte to shoot these free throws. I just don't want to shoot them. I'm going to shy away from that. I'm going to avoid it. So at the end of regulation last night, I'm out of my mind. I just want him to try to make 1 free throw. And what did he do? He pulled up and shot it from Akron.
And but here's the thing though, Skip. And all of that, LeBron James only shot 2 free throws last night. So
he was already 0 for 2.
Okay, he was 0 for 2. Yeah. So with that amount, the amount that LeBron James drives to the basket, what's the likelihood of them calling the foul?
It's in his house. I think it's pretty high.
Well, why didn't they call more? Why didn't they call more?
I'm going to say, well, I don't know how many times he actually tried to get to the free throw line. Oh. Again, in that situation, I'm going to give it a 75% chance you're going to get that call if you're the king in your palace.
Well, in the first half, Skip, he was 6 of 6 in the paint.
Yep.
He was 0 for 3 outside, so he's 6 for 9. He shot 2 free throws. So he's seeing how they're calling the game. And plus, at the point that he had pulled up, he was cooking from 3, right?
He was they were cooking from 3, too. The whole team was.
And NBA record combined.
By the way, combined, 43s got made. It took overtime, but 43s, and the Cavs won at 21-19, won the shootout from 3. But still, even though you're cooking, even though you're 0 for 2, I just think you can make 1 free throw if you're that guy, because the greatest thing he does, the thing he's done greater than anybody in the history of basketball, is freight train to the basket. Still to this moment, I don't think there's anybody who can keep him from getting to the basket when he decides. But you got to decide. You got to do it with conviction. And I don't think Jimmy Butler, as terrific a defender as he is, he can't guard LeBron James.
And he got those points against Jimmy Butler
and
Andrew Wiggins.
No, he did. That was hard, man. Yeah. Those are 2 athletes now.
72%. Well, but you know what, Skip? We still got a problem. You know. That 5-9 package is still there.
All right. Let me finish the game, then we'll get to the package. I'm with you about that, and I agree with that. Now, we get to overtime, and LeBron finally just said, I think, okay, that's enough of this.
Yeah.
And I saw him playing. I'm not sure I'm going to go to anger, but I'm going to go to convicted. I'm going to end this thing right here, right now, because all 4 shots are big time. Now, we get to the block, and we're going to also talk about this a little later. I don't want to go too deep into this, but you mentioned Cedi Osman. Mm-hmm. He got to play a bunch of minutes last night, and he was playing a bunch of minutes in place of the 5-9 package. He was playing significant minutes. Cedi Osman's 22 years of age. He's from Macedonia. Yeah. He hasn't played in the NBA. He's been stashed in the Turkish leagues. Mm-hmm. He was drafted first pick in the 2nd round 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And at 22 years of age, I like his energy. And I think LeBron does too.
Yes.
Because he is fearless. He just plays hard, aggressively.
That's what LeBron loves.
Yeah. So they get the switch up top, Jimmy Butler did, and it's on Cedi. And Cedi defends him all the way to the basket. Cedi cut him off at the pass, and it left Jimmy Butler kind of staggering, not sure what to do, with no real plan B, and he's kind of falling backwards, and LeBron came across off the switch, and I got to tell you, it was about as easy a block as I've ever seen.
Ain't no such thing as easy.
Yes, it was.
It
was easy. It was the bicycle built for 2 blocks. It was the one from the finals where J.R. Smith, where Iguodala, J.R. Smith cut him off at the pass.
If you don't mind me asking, when Michael Jordan stole the ball from Karl Malone, was he not being defended by Dennis Rodman? But you give Michael Jordan a great. So was that a steal on a bicycle built for 2? No,
I mean Michael just snaked him. He just went completely around him, and Karl never saw him.
So did
Okay, it's a different circumstance. But I mean, again, Jimmy Butler got defended and cut off, and he's sort of staggering on his left foot where he's starting to fall backwards at the basket because he thought he could take Jetty and just take him right to the hole.
Yeah.
And if he'd taken him cleanly to the rack, it's over.
But had LeBron not blocked that shot, even
I
though
agree.
he was falling back, he would have got a shot up at the rim.
Yeah.
Had LeBron not did what he done.
I agree. But if Jetty gets beaten badly,
LeBron's there.
I don't think
They call
he
him
can
the
get
eraser.
there. I don't think he could get there in time. I don't.
You remember Marvin Webster, the eraser up in Seattle?
Do I?
Yeah, the eraser. Yeah, that was LeBron.
Oh, so now you're saying he's Marvin Webster?
No, just give him
Marvin Webster's like 7'4".
tall. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So at that moment, I tweet, that was just a dumb idea by Jimmy Butler and a gimme block by LeBron. Now, this is in the timeout.
yes.
This is a great spot, I tweeted, for LeBron to hit a walk-off. No decision to make, just catch and fire. This is when I love LeBron in a late game, close game situation, when you take the decision out of it, because he doesn't even have to think about driving to the basket. There's 1 second left. It is a catch and shoot. So we hark back to game 2 when they were down a game to Orlando when he was the first stint in Cleveland of the playoffs, obviously.
Right.
And game 2, at the end of the game, Mo Williams just
the Eastern Conference Finals. It was the Eastern Conference Finals when he hit that shot. Yeah, because Orlando beat him in
Yeah,
play
they
at
did.
the
Okay.
Lakers.
So that's just Mo Williams just inbounding straight to LeBron, and he has no choice. There's no decision to make on Hedo Turkoglu. He just knew he's going to have to pull up and fire it, and he fired it, and he made it because he can shoot it with conviction. You know, he can just let it fly. So, again, I basically called the shot. I love that. As long as Jeff Green can make the Kevin Love kind of pass, which he did. He threw him a good ball.
He threw him a great ball. And
Yep.
if you notice, Skip, when LeBron shoots his three, he likes to check his feet and fade to his left. When he caught this inbound.
This isn't a 3, though.
No, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
but he likes to fade to his left.
Okay.
That's his shot.
He did.
So it was in his wheelhouse,
Okay.
but he still got to make it.
Okay,
Skip.
so did he push off a little bit? I don't care. I'm not calling that on anybody because
No.
Jimmy Butler was actually wrapping him up before the pass was
Yeah.
made. So all is fair at that moment. You know, there's going to be contact on both sides. And yet he separated and then he fell sideways to fall back and he made
No, it
a
was good.
shot. It was
No, it was good.
What's that?
I saw when he left his hand, I said, it's ball game.
You thought so?
I knew so.
I've seen so many missed in that situation, but again, I called it because I thought this is one he can make.
Skip, do you realize this? That since LeBron James has come into the league, he has 14 game winners. There's only one player that has more than that. That's Carmelo.
No, it's because you played 15 seasons and you've had so many opportunities and you've missed so many opportunities.
Skip.
He's also 5 of 35 on last-second shots.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. See, you look at it. I look at LeBron is that, and he says, if I need to score, I'll score. But I'm going to make the right play. See, on a game-winning drive, Tom Brady doesn't kick the field goal.
Yep.
But he puts him in position. So LeBron might not make the shot, but if he makes the perfect pass and puts the guy in position, he doesn't get credit for that. You say, oh, he hit a game winner, but who put him in position? Tom Brady doesn't kick the ball, but he put Vinatieri. He put Gostkowski in position. So we got to give him some credit.
Okay, for what? Are you talking about the assists? Or?
I'm saying the right play.
Oh,
I want
okay.
the ball in LeBron's hands because I believe that he will always make the right
Oh, I see
play.
what you mean. All right, so whether he passes or shoots it.
Right.
But I love LeBron when there's 1 second left and it's a catch and shoot because we take all of these should I not, because I've told you before, highest basketball IQ I've ever seen is LeBron James, to a fault, because he is quickly processing the ramifications
Sometimes
of all.
you get over analytical.
Okay, if I do this, but then if I get fouled, then I'm going to have to stand by myself and shoot the free throws. So I think I better just shoot this from accurate.
Well, you remember, Skip, he said during the stretch that he's overpassing the ball. He's trying to get his teammates involved so much that he's getting at the rim, and he's like, okay, let me get him involved because he's wide open for the shot.
Yep.
Last night, he got him involved. He could have had 20 assists. Shannon Fry was cold. But old fourth quarter,
He got going.
Skip, do you notice, maybe it's just me, that everybody seems to play better when they play with 2-3? Is it just me, Skip?
Okay, without, I don't even know what Isaiah's number is. What is
3.
it? 3. Okay, without 3 on the court,
Yes.
I like the vibe. I like the flow.
And Skip, Jeff Teague had 15 assists with 1 turnover. Karl Anthony Towns was 6 for 6 from the 3-line.
Yep.
Jeff Teague assisted on 5 of them. 5 of the 6. You know why, Skip? Because Isaiah Thomas is getting beat so quickly by Jeff Teague.
I agree.
When the bigs have to come help, Anthony Towns is standing in the corner, wide open. He keeps Isaiah talking about, well, what happens is that when adversity hits, we go our separate ways. You know why? Because your name is Isaiah Adversity Thomas. And you're exactly right. They're running away from you.
So in full game plus-minus last night, one Cavalier had the worst plus-minus. It happened to be number 3, Isaiah Thomas, -6. He was -6 in his time on the floor. LeBron was -1, but LeBron overcame it with the overtime that was all-time great and the walk-off shot.
But Skip, look, they got to do something. Ty Lue, you tell Isaiah this. Isaiah, you can come off the bench or you can come off your couch. Those are your 2 choices. Now, which do you choose, Isaiah?
I don't even like him coming off the bench, honestly.
No, I'm not saying early.
Yeah.
Because they had a great, Skip, you remember when
and he actually, by his standards, played okay last night.
He did.
Didn't get him anywhere.
This might have been his best game since he's been with the Cavs. But here's the thing, Skip. If you're a professional athlete and you're undersized, you got to be fast and quick. As a basketball player, you can be 5'9" and fast. You can't be 5'9" and slow. Because then you're just a regular guy. You might as well just get your buddies and go down to the park and play some pickup.
So, are they out of the woods?
No.
Well, if they can make 21 threes a night, they're out of the woods. But I don't think they will. I could be wrong.
They shot 51% from the 3. They shot almost 60% from the field, scored 140 points, and they won by 2. Now, you tell me that sounds like a recipe that can make a good dish.
Sounds like they should be playing a little more defense.
Exactly.
A little more. But as regular season games go, that was a classic.
It was a classic. It was a great shot, and LeBron agrees. How much does he agree? Don't start with me on the Heat, all right? I don't.
Stop it. I'm sorry.
That's rude. LeBron agrees. He would like to share it on Instagram this morning.
What did he say?
He gave an emoji caption.
Crowded.
Wait, he put the crown up?
Yeah.
Crowded.
Wait, he's at the bottom of plus-minus for the whole league, and he just put the crown up?
I want to know last night, of the players that were playing last night, anybody have a stat line like that? Skip, think about this. How long did they play basketball?
Great. I agree.
I mean, you got to change the energy somewhere. How much longer will Bill Belichick stay in New England? We'll discuss that next.